right, I'm really excited for this piece here. We have our amazing realtor downtown is just crushing the competition, knows the market so well down there, and he's a very sociable guy. David Stone joins us in studio, and you've connected us with a great guest in Jeffrey Sitcov, who's the founder and president of Doors of Change. So good to have you on again.
Thank you.
We just were out in the field with you a couple weeks ago. You were with Todd Gloria. I mean, you're really connected out there. But help me tee up the proper introduction for Jeffrey here. And let's not forget, we also have a guitar here. Let's acknowledge the guitar, Rolling Stones guitar, which we'll get to here in a minute. But please, David.
Yeah, well, I met Jeffrey, I'm going to say about 3-4 years ago now, and I learned a little bit about the organization that he founded and started, and as you'll find here in a second, Jeffrey is just so passionate about what he's been doing and his mission and goals in life to help all these homeless teenagers here in San Diego. So it was a great meeting, and I've tried to help support Jeffrey however I can and make introductions and get exposure for the organization like today.
And Jeffrey, you shared with me in between the break that San Diego's number 6 in the country for homeless youth.
Yes, number 6 in the United States. There's 1.5 million kids that are homeless in America today.
Wow.
We're number 6. Most of these kids are not homeless by choice. Parents are drug addicts. They're alcoholics. About 40% nationally are gay, and they come out and tell their families, and they get kicked out in the streets.
Wow. That's
and it's a
horrible.
huge problem.
So when did you start this organization?
15 years ago.
And you've helped how many kids, you think?
We've helped over 1,800 youth get housing, safe housing for 12 to 17-year-olds. We have a music and art program that's award-winning in Ocean Beach. Now, it's been less than 4 years. We've seen over 3,000 youth in the program. That develops trust, because if they don't trust you, they're not going to ask for help. Mm-hmm. Once they trust you, many of them come to us and say, I want housing, I want further services, but they have to trust first. And we do outreach, by the way, twice a week for the last 15 years to find the youth.
Back to the origin, where does your passion come from for something like this? I mean, you came into the studio today just on fire. You brought the guitar, a bunch of other cool things as well for us to look at, shared a lot of stories. But that's got to come from somewhere. Where does your passion come from in this organization?
The first time I heard about homeless youth, I had no idea there were kids that were homeless in our community. I went to see a shelter that were homeless kids, and I thought, this is interesting. They said, Jeffrey, you need to go out on the streets and we'll show you how we get the kids off the streets. That one night in Mission Beach changed my life. That was 15 years ago, and I've been going ever.
What did you see that night? Share that story.
I saw a 18-year-old homeless woman open up and speak for 20 minutes nonstop, and she had such wisdom. I kept saying to myself, she's an old soul. After she left, the outreachers' jaws were dropped down. They said that's the first thing she said to us in 6 months. And that really hit me over the head like a hammer. I said, these kids don't trust anybody. No one's helping them. I've got to help them. And that's been 15 years now.
And you've got some incredible success stories.
Amazing stories. We're very proud because JC is our first graduate of our housing program for self-sufficiency, which is located very close to San Diego State. It's a 2-year program, and he's been clean and sober from meth for 2 years, which is a huge issue.
Sure.
He's got over $5,000 saved in the bank, because everybody that's in our program, they have to learn how to save. He's been working for over a year for one company, because we teach them it's important to get a job. It's even more important to hold a job, maintain a job.
Right. You mentioned saving, and my thought is, well, you got to make money to save money. So
Yes.
What is he doing?
Now he was accepted because of his success in the other job. California Conservation Corps interviewed him a couple times. They loved him, and now they put him in their program, which is he's got $7,000 in school sponsorships, scholarships for free for college. He's getting full pay, full-time, full benefits, and he's fighting the fires.
Wow. Tell us about the guitar.
The guitar is signed by the Rolling Stones, and this guitar will save a homeless kid's life. The minimum donation for this guitar is $36,000. That sounds like a lot of money. It's nothing compared to saving a life. Mm-hmm. It costs $50,000 to $55,000 to incarcerate a kid. It costs $36,000 to save their life, as we've seen with JC. So this, they can write off most of it, but they're saving a kid's life. And I hope and pray, I know there's got to be someone out there that says, I've got to do something with my money. What is good is it in the bank? They can't do something for the world.
So you're out there basically hustling this guitar to get that donation at a minimum of $36,000,
Yes.
so you can apply it to your organization.
Yes.
And we're even actually sharing it with our audience here right now.
Yes.
So if you want to help get involved in the cause.
Yes, and if you can't afford $36,000, you say, you know something, I love memorabilia. Go to our website, doorsofchange.org. We've been able to sell $800,000 in memorabilia over 15 years because I've been blessed to have the trust of Billy Joel, Elton John, Santana, Springsteen, The Who, the Eagles, and many others. And they trusted the vision. They believed in what we were doing, and they've been with us for 15 years.
And you actually were with the Rolling Stones taking pictures of them with that guitar.
Yes.
So the real deal. Awesome, man. Well, I absolutely love the cause. I appreciate David connecting the dots. David, truly a mover and shaker in real estate. Tell us about the market. How's everything going down there?
Market's been strong. And one thing, just to add real quick
please.
to Jeffrey, it's interesting. You know, when I've interacted with some of the local organizations here, when you think about the donation aspect, and there's nothing wrong with giving to different organizations, but think about when you donate $5,000 and it goes to United Way, not to say negative about United Way or some of these larger national organizations, versus literally that 5,000 here, 1,000 there, 36,000. It's truly someone right here in San Diego.
You know, you make a really good point. And I've kind of mentioned something similar on politics recently. And the political circus has been so nauseating, but I think people forgot going into the election that it wasn't just Trump, Clinton, that you're voting on local issues from different potential laws to candidates. And you can have your fingerprints all over what happens in America's finest city. And this is a great cause right here in our city.
It's even better, though, for the next 2 weeks, because we have a $50,000 angel in our community that's anonymous that is going to do matching dollar per dollar for any donation made up until Giving Tuesday, which is November 29th. Giving Tuesday is an international holiday. It's in 68 countries. To give on one day, many countries give on the same day. So any donation from now until the 29th of November will be matched dollar per dollar by our angel donor, $50,000.
Who's going to remain anonymous?
Yes, they do not want to be known. It's just
incredible?
amazing people.
Awesome. David, I got to get this out of you.
Sure.
Our audience tunes in to hear your opinion of the market. Downtown, gas lamp, going into the fourth quarter. How are we looking?
Inventory is lower now than it was last quarter. So it's still the same grind for buyers and multiple offers. In a lot of cases, the high-end market is more stable, but that entry level where people are trying to get out of renting and get into the home ownership market, it can still be difficult.
What I love about downtown is that you have the first-time home buyers and you have the baby boomers that are retiring, giving up the big house and the big yard. They're doing such a great job in the development of the city, from commercial, residential, even the social stuff. But appreciate all you do. Jeffrey, thank you for coming here and sharing your story. I hope our audience can visit you online and get to know you guys better. Doorsofchange.org. Happy to support you. Hope someone that may be viewing the show today gets that guitar. And
you know, to me, even a $100 donation is wonderful. Anything is wonderful because $100, $10, $30, $50, it all adds up.
Yeah.
So anything you can donate to help these youth, and these youth want to get off the streets. And